Hello my friends, I'm very excited to present you my new project called Luxury Wedding Titles. It's actually a collection of 100 titles for weddings, slideshows, your clips, etc. So in this video tutorial I'm going to show you how to customize titles, and I will tell you how is the project is structured. So as you can see, we have two folders. The bottom folder called other comps and solos you don't need to touch. You just need to touch all titles dash render me, and as you can see when I click on this triangle, we have a list of all 100 titles. And if I want to customize, I click just, let's say, luxury wedding title 003. I double click on this composition, and as you can see we have the title. So another thing that you need to keep in mind, by the default, all the titles have a switch, motion blur switch turned on. So if you want to see your titles animations much faster, you can temporarily switch off motion blur, and as you can see everything goes much faster. Another thing that you need to know, we have just the layers that we're going to customize. And if you want to see all the layers in this composition, you just click on the shy button. As you can see, we have all elements relative to this title. But I click the shy button again to hide those elements. And if you want to recolor your elements, in each title we have a layer in the top of the stack called color controller. And if I click F3, as you can see, we have the color controllers that allow you to recolor each element in the title. So let's say I'm select those two color controllers and recolor to different color. Select another one, let's say this one color. Then we can also select those two elements, actually three elements. So we're recoloring to this color and those two elements sample. So as you can see, the recoloring of the titles is very easy. And we can also change the text on the titles very easy. Let's say a love story. And also we can change the couple names. Let's say Joshua, Victoria. And as you can see, everything goes pretty good. And also you can change the year or type some other information at the header. And as you can see, let's say we're gonna choose fit this composition. As you can see, the animation going from this bigger size to the smaller, and it's another option that you can control. And each title have a second layer called the scaler. So each title have this kind of layer. It's actually the layer that controlling this scaling effect. So all the layers are parented to the scaler, and if I click Yuki, you see we have the scaling from the 125% to 100. So you can also change, let's say, from the 150 from the bigger size to the smaller, or you can make vice versa from the smaller to the 100% size. Or if you decide this is not big enough, you can change the scale effect at the end, and it's scaling from the smaller to much bigger. So if you want to remove this effect, and if you want to so your titles stay in the same position all time, you just need to go to the after this keyframe and click on the stopwatch, so it's in one on the value 100, and as you can see, everything stay in the same position all the time. So keep that in mind. Another thing that you need to know about that the some titles have masks. What I mean, let's say I find some title. As you can see, we have the let's say as this text called April 16th date at the bottom, and if I scrub, you see it's revealing from not from anywhere. It's because this text layer is controlled by the mask. So if you want to see this masks, you basically click on the unshade button, and as you can see, we have the matte or masks that controlling this effect. So if you want to adjust this mask, you can do this by selecting this matte and repositioning or rescaling. Let's say we're gonna find another title that containing mask, and again you see we have layers, text layers revealing from nothing, from anywhere. And if I click on shade button again, you see we have mask 1, mask 2. We can very easy to change the name. Let's say Andrew, and type Rebecca. And if I scroll back, you see everything works pretty good. So I think this is pretty much it. Keep in mind that all the titles is structured in the same way, so don't worry, everything looks in the same way as I show you on the previous titles. So after making all the changes to the title, you just need to click composition and click on the add to render queue and render it out. And this is pretty much it. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to write me any questions. And if you really like this project, please rate it. It's very important for me. And see you in the next project. Bye bye.